Warning, this video contains spoilers for the game FNaF Help Wanted 2. Don't watch this if you haven't played this game. Also, why would you look this up anyway, weirdo?
Hey, looks like you're back for another adventure. Good for you. Let's just say you have a lot in store for you in this upcoming game. I mean, I can barely keep up with it all. Just remember that. Hey, what are you doing? Stop.
You shouldn't have done that.
Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to see you on this video. Before we find these achievements, we need to start with a plan. The second you run in blind is the second you get jump scared. And if you know me, I hate getting jump scared. There are a total of 36, wait. What? 36? Dang, Steelwool Studios, okay. I guess there are a total of 36 achievements in this game to complete. Now, the good news is that about 70% of those achievements are like super easy. We're going to go ahead and start with the easy ones and work our way through, okay? Okay. Also, unlike the first game, the achievements in this are much more based on certain levels instead of based on the game entirely. Because of this, I will also be explaining how to play and beat each game so you can unlock all the levels before getting the achievements. A short disclaimer, if you have already completed the games, please skip to this time frame right here to just look specifically at the achievements. Thank you! Hey, before anything, also please note that some of these game modes are only unlocked after getting the achievement Open Your Eyes. To get that, you're going to need to complete a certain number of games to unlock the Faz Wrench. I believe it's about like 10 games or so. Once you have that, you'll go to the top right section and insert it into the key slot. You're trying to get both lines in the middle at the same time. When the door is unlocked, it'll open a new segment with an arcade machine and a strange device on the right. To get the achievement, simply pull the machine down and this will give you the ability to take off a mask from your noggin. Grab that mask and it'll unlock how the pizza really looks like. This will unlock all those pink files that you're unable to play. Okay, now that we've got that sorted out, let's do a quick rundown. Whew, okay. Starting in backstage, we go to the first level, Arts and Crafts Daycare, where you play as a stupid kindergartner who doesn't really know how colors work. See, it's funny because I didn't know how to make green. You'll be tasked at using a dart gun to get the assigned tools needed to build your art. The tips I use to beat this is, 1. Don't panic. That timer is very dumb and makes you feel like you have way less time than you do, when really you have like loads of time. Instead of listening to the timer, check to see where the timer hand is at. If it's almost at 0, then that's when you should panic, because you're gonna die. The other tip would be to just make sure to pay attention to detail. There are only 4 ears in the game, but 2 of them look very similar. There's been times where I haven't paid close enough attention and I get screwed. This game mode is tons of fun though, really good, 10 out of 10, would recommend again. The next game is when we become fashionistas. Yes, queen! But for real, this game is a lot of fun. You have to dress up the robots a certain way and get them on stage before time runs out. 3 strikes and you get jump scared. The method I would use to beat this doesn't even pay attention to the colors, but rather pays attention to the icons shown, then the colors. Start with the colors and then go to accessories. It may take a bit of getting used to, but once you have it, it's super easy and very consistent. Yay! More makeup!
Welcome to my world famous glam rock beauty
Okay, Roxy makeup is the same except for one additional thing. You have to stare at her. She's more possessive than Trixie from the Fairly Odd Parents.
I'm hungry. Feed me and tell me I'm pretty!
Also, she only has one earring, not two. Not sure why, but that got me distracted for ages. Same as before though, once you understand the robot, you'll understand Roxy.
OMG, what is with her face?
The last makeup not only looks more creepy and makes Roxy more aggressive, but also adds one final aspect to Roxy. Her therapy button. If Roxy is having a mental breakdown and you look at her, she will still kill you. Meaning you'll need to hold down her therapy button until she's fully recovered. Other than that, it's the same game just with different items. Also, I think this is lore, but I don't really know what for. And finally, the last backstage is another arts and crafts game, except it's in the loft and not the daycare. Oh yeah, we getting special treatment. Let's get it. This one is a lot harder because of how freaking dark it is all the time. Like, I swear, it felt pitch black sometimes. Anyways, the first project is timed, but the next two are unlike anything else. Instead of it being timed, Moon will slowly get closer and closer to you in the darkness with 3 stages. His 3 stages are his far away stage, his medium stage, and his close stage. You only really need to worry about his close stage, which has the possibility to spawn him here or here. Any other time he isn't really a threat. You'll know if Moon moved by the audio cue of him laughing, but just in case, keep your eye on him. Because the light had a battery, the way I did it was when he got close to me, I'd shine the light on him and then immediately put the flashlight to charge. Once it was charged, I would use the light to work on my project until Moon was back at the close stage. Rinse and repeat and you won't get jump scared. Now we go to Fazcade, the least scary of the group, but also one of the most fun. Phaser Blast is the first game you play. The first round is just made to enjoy the game. Just make sure you hit the rocket at the end, because you'll need that to unlock the final night. As long as you don't have a vision illness, you'll get this first try. The second one is where we finally are introduced to our main antagonist, Plush Baby. For anyone who doesn't know, I despise these stupid little dummies. They're so dumb, as they would kill you in the hardest game of the original FNaF, Help Wanted. Anyways, this mode isn't too hard. They are introduced 3/4 of the way into the gameplay, and you only have to kill like 3 to 4 while also hitting the targets. They also add balls to throw. My favorite. Also, don't forget to hit the rocket, dummy. The third night is, funnily enough, FNaF 1 themed, where now you not only have lasers and balls, but also darts. This is when plush babies are also more active and spawn in more locations, including up. Hey, get down from there,
Stupid.
Mostly the same gameplay though. Score the points, avoid the plush babies, hit the rocket, win. Night 4 is when things get for real. This one is FNaF 2 themed, which is considerably harder than the last 3. Before playing this level, please make sure you have shot down the rocket ship in the first 3 nights. This will unlock the 5th night for you. You can win this one normally by just avoiding the plush babies, but if you don't actually play FNaF 2 and avoid getting jump scared in the game, you won't unlock the 5th and final round. Here's how it works. If any animatronics are in the left or right vents, you'll need to pop them with the dart gun. If Withered Foxy is in the hallway, throw balls at his face until he's dead. Get! If you see Toy Freddy on the camera, wait a second and then put on the mask. Also, don't forget to wind the music box, you Kinder Egg. Please note that if you get jump scared, you do not have to restart, because I see a lot of stuff online telling you you need to restart. You don't. You don't actually have to. You'll know if you did it correctly if everything catches on fire and boom, pulling a FNaF 6. If you unlock the final round, this one is a bit easier, focusing on Springtrap alone, who teleports around the map. Your goal in this is to knock off the armor of Springtrap by throwing balls, and then after that, popping the inside balloons with a dart gun. Just be prepared to get spooked, just like I was. Also, don't forget about the plush babies that spawn around the map. They still are attacking you non-stop. The next game is Bonkabon, which is a bit more difficult than Phaser Blast. It starts out like a normal whack-a-mole game that slowly gets harder until it hits dark. Once it goes dark, you need to focus on the dreaded plush babies. As long as you focus on those though, and hit a couple more Bonnies afterwards, I don't really think it's possible to lose this minigame. Trust me, you'll do great. There's also a night 2 afterwards that has only one difference. There's random eyes, and also the machine breaks down for no freaking reason, except for slapping a hand. Work, dang it! Again, as long as you focus on the plush babies and ignore the eyes staring at you, which is quite hard sometimes, I know. It's basically the same game and you'll win. Woohoo! Now it's a party! Now we get to the Music Man beginner lessons. This is a simple match with 4 items in 60 seconds or less. There are 3 rounds of this, and it's quite easy as long as you really focus on those 4 items. As long as you don't disappoint him by messing up, you should be fine. Afterwards, you get to party with the Music Man. Woohoo! Hey! The second day adds a little bit more flair to it, adding 5 rounds instead of 3, and then also 45 seconds instead of a minute. And they also have these new mini Music Men who, if you don't flash them with a camera, they'll kill you. They're very simple to deal with, honestly. Just wait for them to move in front of you and immediately flash them. Hey yo, get out of here! As long as you focus on the Music Man's prompts, you'll be a-okay. The final one's a little bit more difficult. This one killed me a couple times. Instead of 4 prompts, they now have 5 prompts. They made it more spoopy, and there's also only 30 seconds. And the mini Music Men are also more aggressive, but it's mostly the same game with the same style. So just, you got this, I believe in you. The final game mode in this section is Bonnie Bowling, and all I'm gonna say is dang! If you need an ego check, this is the game to play. Like, my first time playing this, I got a total of like 36. What makes this interesting is the fun game modes that happen every even round. From shining your light at moon up above to bowling a plush baby away. I will admit, it's a lot of fun. Basically just bowling with extra steps. Ah, yes. Staff only. I've finally grown up. Okay, but can we just say Staff Only was by far one of my favorites, with some of the best game modes. Let's begin with the one and only cold storage. This one starts similar to FNaF's VR's parts and service, but adds much more gadgets and gizmos that make the experience much more fun. Like a hot and cold gun, oh yeah! It's so cool seeing how advanced Steelwool Studios has gotten at making these games and the adaptations. As long as you follow the rules and guidelines, you'll be okay with this one. Just make sure to keep the cold gun in your hand, as Glamour Freddy tends to overheat a lot. Oh yeah, I'm a doctor.
Well, you're a nerd!
Now we get to the best game mode in the best thing, First Aid. In the first game, you'll be attacked by Pig Patch only on the 3rd round. It's quite simple. Do the tasks required to heal the patient, like helping them with a fever or knocking their leg back into place. If the patient is crying from pain, you need to put the gas mask on and look at the animatronic trying to get into your office, from the left, right, or middle. If you do it too slow, then you'll unfortunately die, but if you do all 3 rounds with alertness, you'll get through it. The way to get through this is to just put the mask on your patient as soon as he screams in pain. Do not try to finish the task, you will die. I know it's so tempting, I've done it so many times myself, but just don't. Do not. The second animatronic to deal with is Lefty, and unlike Pig Patch, he attacks by the 1st round and is much more active. Also, you have to deal with a TV that will go off at random times for no reason, which also will cause Lefty to attack. Turn off! The tasks are also a bit more difficult, but nothing a 3rd grader can't handle. The last animatronic is Scrap Baby, who has freaking wheels for whatever reason. Hey, watch the eye! Ah! This final one has more intense methods of healing a patient, like, let's see.
Oh my goodness!
What the heck happened to you, Helpy? Anyways, either way, it's the same gameplay before. Keep the TV off and put the gas mask on anytime Helpy starts screaming, and you'll get this. Oh lord, here comes Fizzy Faz. This one was quite a challenge to get the hang of, but once you do, this is really enjoyable. Something about making sodas is just so relaxing. It's got a 3-strike and then you get jump scared system. Anyways, to get through the first day, you mostly just have to follow the instructions on the board. There's no animatronics, there's no special orders or stupid leakages to deal with yet. Just make sure to give the Roblox breaks or else they won't work for you. Day 2 is relatively the same thing with just one more ingredient added to the mix, protein. They've also added special orders. Special orders are like an extra order on top of the order going to be given to you anyway. You'll need to make sure you have enough supplies to keep it all in order, but on day 2, it's relatively a breeze. It's not too hard. Also, I don't know why, but my protein guy would always slack off and need so many breaks. Like, what the heck, bro? Day 3 is when things start to get serious. The strat I used for this day was to just wait until the timer was about to hit 0, since it would help me stock up on ingredients. If you could stock up your ingredients, you would basically make any fizzy they asked. Another easy oh, never mind. Night 4, of course, has to add 2 new features. 1, a frisky animatronic, and 2, waste management. To cut it simply, if your supplies gets to the top and you don't use it, all of it will go bad and you'll have to dump it. Because of this, animatronics are awoken down at the plant and will begin to stop your workers from giving you supplies. So, to stop that, you'll need to dump certain supplies you don't need in the waste. Luckily, in Night 4, she isn't too active, and so all you'll really need to do for the supplies is to just dump every now and then whenever something gets too big. Fill the cup and just dump it in the trash chute to keep the animatronic occupied. This is also when breaks become extremely important. Remember to focus on the ones that need a break and give it to them ASAP. The final night is similar to Night 4, except for the animatronic is more awake and more special orders come in. You'll need to be really focusing and not let a single second go to waste. If too many workers need breaks, please don't be afraid to hit that red button. It'll reset everyone. Just do it. Trust me, it's tough otherwise. And because of how similar it is, though, it's mostly the same gameplay, just a lot more difficult. Whew, that's a lot. Of course, Steelwool Studios just had to add another game mode to staff only. Not only that, but they also had to add a memory game of all things. Ugh! I suck at memory, so of course Endo Warehouse was quite difficult for someone like me. Basically, the gist of it is there are endos slowly creeping up towards you, Weeping Angel style. While they're creeping up towards you, you're trying to teach another endo how to eat a pudding cup the right way. If an endo gets too close, you have to flash the camera to send them away. The first time I played it, it was quite challenging, mostly because of how many there are. There's like a total of 5 that can spawn, and I'm like, wow. The way I got this was that the endos despawn if you finish the matching puzzle, so unless one of the endos is very, very close to you, focus on the puzzle. If you can make it through the 4 rounds, then you'll be a-okay. Can someone please explain to me why working at a fast food joint is so fun? These 3 game modes are better than any fast food job I've ever known. Basically, this game pulls a job simulator where each customer gives you a type of food to make, like rice or beans. Heh, beans. Your goal is to complete their order in a certain amount of time. Fail to be able to complete it and you get jump scared. The first one, L Chips, is relatively simple, as all you need to do is give the customers the right food at the right time. You have a lot of time to complete this task, and the orders are fairly easy. However, it can get difficult when you are in the last stage because there are 4 to 5 customers that you have to serve in the span of like 3 minutes. Pizza is the next food job. The difference is now there are more customers and it is more spoopy with the animatronic. Also, if you get it wrong, you die instead of them throwing it all over the place. Other than that, they're basically the same with different food. Yay, pizza! What would FNaF be without pizza? Now we get to the worst one ever, Fazbear Theater. It's the same thing, but now there are endo animatronics that slowly come towards you if you're not looking at them.
Bro, I'm really about to get your piccochini now, boy.
Why'd it have to be endos? They have also added a quick trip Slurpee into the game where you have to combine 2 items to make a Slurpee, which is very difficult as you can tell. They have made it to where you have to put a lot of food items on one tray compared to the others, which had like 2 or 3. Because there are endos attacking you, it makes it very challenging to beat this. The strategy I used to beat this was to stare at one endo and wait for the other one to come at me and face towards me, and I'd take a picture when it got close enough. Once you've gotten rid of one, I could start doing my work. Please note that if they are both far out, you can still work, just make sure to keep an eye on them, don't let them get too close. And that's the end of food prep. Good job. Yay, tickets! Do you know what's better than tickets? Your mom. And Ticket Booth is the next game mode to complete. Carousel is the first minigame in the Ticket Booth. Whee! In this game, you work as a handy-dandy mechanic, fixing the broken carousel, which is also on fire for some random weird reason that no one knows. In order to fix this ride, you must complete 3 mini-tasks, one at a time. Please keep in mind that Moon will be attacking you in like 5 million different angles while you're doing this. There are 2 different ways you can do this. You can either keep him away by finishing the carousel as soon as possible, or you can also try and figure out where his location is and wait until he is at the very front so you can shine your flashlight on him. You can tell he has moved by his audio cues like... Once he's gotten to the very front, then shine your flashlight. The rest of the time, work on the 3 tasks. After that, you will have about 60 seconds to hold him back with the flashlight. Just keep shining on him as much as you can. Typically, I shine at a specific point on the carousel because the rotation of it, it's kind of simple stuff. When it rotates, it's going to eventually hit him. Eventually, you'll see Moon. Cinder Carousel is basically the same thing, although it is a little harder. The tasks are more complex, and you also have to use the solder gun a lot more. Also, Moon is much more aggressive. As long as you keep the same technique, though, you will make it through. It's basically Carousel 2.0. The final minigame is honestly so cool. I love this game mode so much.
Welcome to Captain Foxy's Cowboy Adventure.
What makes this one so fun is how it actually feels like you were in a log flume ride at Disney World. Anyways, as long as you don't take the secret routes and you shoot better than a stormtrooper, you'll complete this one on the first go. Captain Foxy would be so proud. And that's the end of Ticket Booth. Sister Location is the final segment we haven't talked about, and in my opinion, is the scariest one. You start with Bellora's Gallery, just like the OG Sister Location. The only difference between this one and the old one is now you're crawling. Very simple stuff. Hear music, stop crawling. No music, crawl. The only difference is the mini-arenas, who are actively telling her your location. The easiest thing to do to get rid of them, though, is just yeeting them. No, now we're at the one that causes all of my nightmares. Well, that and my girlfriend leaving me. Hey, if you're out there, please come back. Anyways, Breaker Room. Again, same as the original OG Sister Location, except you have 2 hands now. While using your hands, you have to use the megaphone while pulling levers. What makes this one so hard is that eventually you have to put the megaphone down and pull down 2 levers at the same time. This one is more nerves than anything. As long as you use the megaphone right after the dial is completed and then you wait till Freddy is back on his stage to complete, you're gonna be good. You'll be fine. Breaker Room Hard Reset uses the same movements as Breaker Room, only you have to do it more frequently and make 100% sure that he is on stage. I don't understand why they had to add a second one to make it even more scary, but they did, because Stool Studios hates us. Now we're at Ennard, yay! In all honesty, Ennard isn't too difficult to deal with, because it's only just one animatronic. Just keep an eye on him with cameras, and anytime an audio cue is played, shut the door corresponding to where he's attacking. Easy, Ennard, Ballora and her tiny dancers are also back for blood. There are 3 things you need to watch out for. 1, the baby in the vent. 2 Ballora, and 3 the tiny dancers that are scattered around the entire place. Let's start with the baby first. The baby will come and appear in the vents on camera 5. This baby will have purple eyes, and when it is going to attack, it'll have an audio cue similar to... Just make sure to close the vents and you will be good. The second threat is Ballora, who will be going from the left and right doors. Now, you can easily tell if she's coming to your door because she'll be playing her music box audio. Keep an eye on her on cams. Also, finally, you're going to have to deal with the tiny dancers who will slowly drain your power if you don't zap them. You'll know that they're there draining your power if you have a hazard sign on your monitor. To get rid of this, find the tiny dancer and shock them to get rid of them. Get them out of here. Also, side note, make sure to get rid of the mini arenas that spawn in your office, as they will try to stop you from closing the door. Great! The hardest night of sister location. Woo! Party! This one is very close behind Breaker Room as the scariest, since the entire Fun Time gang teams up to take you down. Just like the playground bullies at school.
Why you bullying me?
What makes them so difficult to fend off is how unique each animatronic is. Funtime Freddy is by far the simplest, as he's just the simple animatronic that is a bit more difficult to spot since he only shows his bonbon puppet. As long as you close the door when you see Bonbon, he's basically harmless though. Next up is Funtime Foxy, who is pretty much the same as normal Foxy. Yeah, except he can come from either frickin' side. The first time it happened, I had no clue and got the bejeebers scared out of me. It was so bad. What doesn't make much sense is how sometimes you can see them running towards you on cams and other times you can't. The major way I countered Foxy is just knowing when he was about to strike by looking at his spawn location and then closing the right door. When he left, that's only the time you would close that right door, and then you would wait at that left door. Make sure you wait at the left door, and as soon as he comes running towards you, close the door on the left side. If he comes at the right door, you'll be able to tell very fast, and yeah, just make sure you close the doors. You only have a split second to get this right, and if not... Now we get to Chica, who is the most complicated. You have to keep an eye on Chica, who is lured in by the Cupcake. If you put the Cupcake on the left, she'll go to the left side. And if you put the Cupcake on the right, she'll go to the right side. Just don't let her reach your office by making her walk in circles, or you'll be forced to keep the door shut the entire night and lose all your power.
Excuse me, sir. Have you found Jesus Christ?
Jesus Christ?
So yeah, it's a lot, but if you can handle all 3 of them, you'll make it to night 4 with Circus Baby. The final sister location night is a collection of 3 games in random order in the same office. The first I played was Red Light Green Light, in which you had a flashlight shining at the plush baby, it wouldn't move. This may look stupid, but I want you to constantly shine your light at all 3 as quickly as possible. You only need to survive for a small amount of time, and luckily the plush babies are quite slow. Just don't be stupid and you'll make it. The next game I got was Flashlight Tag, which is just watered down, easier version of Dark Rooms, which was in the original Help Wanted. As long as you listen to the audio cues and look around, you'll hopefully find the plush babies. They aren't really hiding anywhere that's too difficult, as long as you're looking hard enough. Just make sure to keep in mind which plush baby you did last. Please don't lose count of them, or you probably will get jump scared. Just make sure you count the 3 that you have hiding. The final one was Hide and Seek, and do you remember the mini arenas that were in night 2? It's literally the same thing, but with plush babies now. You need to shock them so you do not die. After that, Baby gives you an ice cream. Ew, vanilla! And that's every single minigame. Nice job, you did great. Oh yeah, I forgot. I think you deserve a reward. Let me see if I can find one. Oh right, here's the You're Hired achievement for beating every minigame. Also, you are now able to do all the achievements ahead in this video. Great! Oh yeah, also by the way, throughout the game, completing levels also gets you a robot action figure. After completing about 6 to 7 levels, a robot toy action figure should spawn. Collecting all 6 of these robots will get you the bad ending and the achievement called Batteries Not Included. It gives you some sort of lore thing as well with like the child and the robot, but don't ask me, I don't really know. Right, now that we've unlocked all the levels and the achievements linked with the games, let's start with the one achievement that's in the main lobby. The first achievement to get is the achievement called Your Time to Shine. To get this, simply move yourself over to the Mystic Hippo and hit the Out of Order button. Unless you're on PS4 VR, for some weird reason, I don't know exactly why they did that, but it's a really easy achievement. At this point, you may already have this one, but just in case, the next achievement is called Liability Risk, which is just to get jump scared once. Play any minigame, open at the beginning, and just die. Commit toaster bath. The quickest way to die is Sister Location from what I've seen. Also, if you're already at Sister Location, Ballora Gallery, then you should totally get the tubular achievement called Tiny Dancer. This achievement is for all the pro ballerinas out there in the world. I'm gonna be completely honest. I got this one completely by accident. All you need to do is throw one of the mini arenas away from you when you see them and you get the achievement. Easy. While we're in Sister Location, you also might as well just get the one titled Boop. It's funny, it's called Boop. I like the name and the noise Funtime Freddy makes. Boop. Anyways, in the breaker room minigame, all you need to do is boop Funtime Freddy's nose when he gets close enough to kill you. It should make a noise when it's ready to be booped. The last achievement in Sister Location is Cupcake Keep Away, which is in the Funtime Gang Survival. This one is to just keep the cupcake away from Funtime Chica. To do this, don't let Chica reach your office by swapping the cupcake's side every time she gets too close on the camera. If she reaches your office, you have to reset or get jump scared, or well, give her the cupcake. But you won't want that because you're trying to get the achievement. Okay, let's move on to the backstage achievements. Arts and crafts looks pretty nifty. Yay! Okay, so you see that glue in the right corner? You're gonna eat it. Primarily just to piss Sun off, though.
This is not a melon buffet!
This will get you the You Are What You Eat achievement, and also probably a sticky inside, because that's a lot of glue you ate. In the next level with Staff Bot Makeover, you're gonna make a Monty costume using green on the eyes and cheeks, giving him the star glasses and a snazzy mohawk. Should look something like this. Oh my god, he looks beautiful! Also, please note not to put it on his lips or you won't get the achievement, because Monty doesn't wear lipstick. I'm also not entirely sure why, but you get an achievement for just completing the last makeover with Roxy needing to be repaired, which is nobody likes a loser. I'm assuming it's for lore purposes, but I don't know. I seriously don't know anything. Now, before you leave the makeover salon, please make sure to also get It's Not Easy, which is to paint dark green makeup onto the eyes, cheeks, and lips of the staff bot, Roxy, and also Shatter Roxy in their corresponding minigames. You can also just quit each minigame after you do it. You don't have to play through the whole thing. Just make sure you do it on all 3 levels. Moving out to arts and crafts and into Fastcade, there's a bunch of really easy ones, and then there's also a couple of difficult ones. To start, there are 3 in Bonkabon. Like, dang! The first 2 you can do in one playthrough. Before starting the game, go ahead and smash the light bulbs. Doesn't really matter which one, as long as you smash 10 of them. This will get you the Lights Out achievement. Be warned, the second achievement will also result in a jump scare for not getting the score above a minimum requirement. So yeah, just be ready for that. Instead of hitting the bonds, you'll need to hit the Helpy Bear bots. Only. If you correctly hit Helpy, you'll get the achievement Snap. And also a depressed Helpy. The last achievement is Seeing Red, which is only to use 1 mallet while playing the game. Due to how low the score have been to not die, this isn't too difficult as long as you just focus on Plush Baby when she pops up and not die. Another 3 are in the Phaser Blast minigames. Pew pew! The first, Bullseye, is typically completed around day 2 when the balls are unlocked. Man, I love throwing balls. All you need to do is hit 20 targets by throwing balls at them. Heckle the Heckler can only be done on nights 3, 4, and 5, when all 3 items have been unlocked. Simply shoot and throw balls at Carney repeatedly until he gets fed up. This will only work after you've started your Phaser Blast game, so just keep that in mind. The last one in Phaser Blast is They Had It Coming. Anytime you see a plush baby, which is spawned on day 2, shoot them with the laser. Once you've hit 25, you'll get the achievement. It should take roughly until about day 4 to get this one. For me, it took day 3, but I know for certain people it spawns in and out, so yeah, day 4 to day 3-ish. No! Now we get to the stupid Bonnie bowling. Ah! Gobble Gobble is an achievement to get 3 strikes in a row on Bonnie bowling, which would be okay if the stupid mechanics were easier. My first game I literally got 32 points, which is awful in bowling. The way I got this achievement sort of was to throw it in the air with high speed and keep it straight. If you could angle it fast and down the middle, it would knock all the pins down. Rinse and repeat 3 times and you'll get this achievement. But you also have to kind of just rely on RNG because it is tough if you have hard RNG, like the Bonnie that's like coming towards you fast, that kind of stuff. It's hard at that point. This one may take a while. It definitely did for me. It's time to move over to staff only and skip cold storage.
No one likes you.
Huh?
First Aid has some very interesting achievements to it. The first one honestly made me bust out laughing the first time I played it. Taking candy from a baby. It's like the name implies, eating the patient's candy. This will make them rage out in a fit.
This candy is legally binding.
The next achievement for First Aid was in Scrap Baby called You Never Know Until You Try. When sawing off Helpy's leg, yes, you heard me right, you have to saw his leg off. Where have you been? Instead of putting the mask on Helpy, let Scrap Baby come. Use this leg to fend her off by throwing it at her. Well, at least you tried. And the last one in First Aid is Health and Safety, which is to complete the 15 different tasks of First Aid and be a fully qualified doctor. Please keep in mind that specific operations are linked to specific animatronics, like Scrap Baby and replacing a lung. So even though you may have done all of them in a specific level, you may not have in another level. That happened to me while playing. I forgot the injection one the first time. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Can someone please explain to me why Fizzy Faz has 4 achievements to its name? That is actually insane. It is kind of crazy, but to be fair, these achievements are really thought out. Like, clap and a half to the developers, well done. You guys did good. The first achievement to do in night 1 is called Bonus Revenue. To get this, complete one of the Fizzy Faz minigames without sending a cup to the trash or letting ingredients spoil on the later nights. Since there's only a total of 3 ingredients on night 1, it makes things so much easier to get the perfection, especially since ingredients don't spoil just yet. Okay, so by day 2, you should have unlocked protein. Oh yeah, time to get my lunk on. You can now, because you've unlocked protein, get Graveyard Shift. So, you see that little can right there? Yeah, that. You're gonna grab that and put that in your drink. Add all the other ingredients on top of that, and boom, a graveyard. When you trash it, you'll get the achievement. But, before you do that, there's a big but, why only get 1 achievement when you could get 2? You see, there are these hidden voodoo dolls scattered around Help Wanted 2 that are used to unlock a secret ending. I'll talk more about those 6 later, but for now, unlocking 1 is right here. All you need to do is hit the emergency red button before inserting it in the trash to get the golden Freddy voodoo doll. This will also unlock Remember Jeremy and also add a creepy doll to your lobby. My favorite! The final achievement in Fizzy Faz is everyone's favorite boss, which is to give each robot a break. This is unlocked on day 3 when you have all 5 workers. as they add salt to the mix. Salty boy. All you need to do is give each of the ingredient bots a break by going to their station on the terminal and pressing the pause icon.
Why won't this damn fax machine work? Feed me paper.
Luckily, there's only one achievement in Endo's warehouse. You just need to get 2 Endos together for a group photo. Selfie! This is called Picture Day. Just wait till 2 spawn together clumped up, get them close to you, and snap. We move back to food prep, where all 3 achievements can be done on any of the 3 levels. Except, well, the first one. The first 2 I just did on El Chips since they kinda go together anyways. Food fight is where you use the sauce gun to squirt all over the customers, who will ironically be more angry at not getting their food than to be slathered in hot sauce. While making their food, if you drop it on the floor and pick it back up and serve it, you'll also get the 5-second rule achievement, which is a real rule, by the way. The last one I did was on Pizza map since the fries spawn the quickest with no real threat. To get all you can eat, you'll need to consume 200 pieces of food in whatever way you like. Let's also marvel together that there's an achievement for high cholesterol in this game. Thanks Steelwool Studios for my heart failure.
No.
I just stuck around at Pizza and munched on the fries for ages though. It took a while. We are back at tickets! Woo! There's only one for Carousel, which is kind of a strange one. To get Harvest Moon, you gotta grab the pumpkin, and while the carousel is spinning, hit Moon with it. I waited until he got to the closest before I threw it at him, because I knew that my noodle arms could not hit him in any other way. Just time it well and you'll get it. Stupid. Now heading to Captain Foxy's log flume ride. One is for basically playing the game called GGY. As long as you shoot properly and don't have a seizure, you'll beat the high score that was already there for Captain Foxy. Easy stuff. The second achievement is a bit more interesting. It's called Splash Zone. While moving along the log flume, you'll have 3 helpies pointing a certain direction. If you shoot those bad boys, it'll turn them into a direction that's different than the original, and teleport you to a secret path. The only deadly path in the game, actually, where you can, you know, die. Anyways, just shoot one of those helpies and you'll get this achievement. It doesn't even matter if you die afterwards. Oh, we are nearing the end, guys. We're so close. 3 achievements to go. Y'all want some food or something? Maybe not. I don't know. The first of these 3 is Hoarder, which is to collect all the items around in the lobby. If you've already completed all the levels in the game, you have collected probably around 90% of the items in game. The way I got the rest of the items unlocked was to just grind Glamrock Freddy like 10 times. Once you get him down, he only takes like 30 seconds per round. Go ahead and keep grinding him till the vending machine says there's no more items left. And now, my friends, it's finally time to discuss the 6 voodoo dolls and their locations for the achievement consequences. Like I said before, in the game, there are 6 hidden voodoo dolls that, when found, unlock a secret ending to the game. The good ending, as you will. I already showed you where the golden Freddy plushie was, which was by making the graveyard in Fizzy Faz. I think now it's time to show all of them. Starting with Chica's plush, if you go to Fazbear Theater and drop the 4 things that are related to her in the trash, you'll get the voodoo doll. This is her lemon bar, a Chica drink, a Chica bread bowl, and finally her Chica slush. Who would have thought Chica would love her stuff being thrown down the trash so much? Freddy's plush is the only one that is found while playing the regular game. To get this one, you will need to complete the FNaF 3 of Phaser Blast. Unlocking Phaser Blast can be a bit complicated, as you need to shoot a rocket ship in 3 different minigames. If you make a strong enough score in FNaF 2 themed Phaser Blast, you'll light the Phaser Blast Carnival on fire. Hey yo, he's burning! Now, to get the Bonnie plushie, you'll have to play Night 2 of Bonkabon, the bonus round. When you get the 3rd round, there will be a hand that sticks out of the machine. If you hit that machine, it will break down and you'll have to manually fix it with a passcode of wires. Anyways, if you insert the passcode backwards instead of the way intended, the Bonnie doll will be shown to you and the machine will also be fixed. You hack, sir! The puppet voodoo doll is really easy to get. In either night 2 or night 3 of Sister Location, there's a keypad on the bottom right. As long as you put the code 1983 into that keypad, the box will open up and the puppet plushie will show itself to you. The final Foxy doll is definitely the hardest and longest to get. In the long flume ride, you'll need to shoot the 3 pirate helpies to activate the 3 secret rooms. In those rooms, you will see a blue star that hasn't been lit up. If you shoot those stars, it will light them up. There are a total of 4 stars with 1 in each corrupted room. Also, please do not forget the last star on the cake. The first time I played this, I got all the stars except the one on the cake, and I looked back at the footage and I literally wanted to jump off a bridge. Like, I was so pissed off. Anyways, once you've shot all 4 stars, this will take you to the secret area where the Foxy doll is located. Once you've collected all 6 voodoo dolls, the Mystic Hippo will give you a purple coin to enter into the arcade machine to get the secret ending. And man, is it so good. The final achievement is the most lore-related one in the entire game. While in the arcade minigame, you will eventually, while fighting the Shadow Rabbits, make it to a graveyard site with all the voodoo dolls you have collected. Get the Lost Luggage achievement, you want to light the graves in order of the murdered children. It starts with Chica, then Foxy, then Freddy, then Bonnie. After that, it's Golden Freddy. And finally, the puppet. If you did it correctly, a secret passage will open with the chest. Open the chest to receive a Bonnie mask and the achievement. And there you have it. Every single achievement and FNaF Help Wanted 2. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this one, you may like the original I made some time ago, but without further ado, stay hydrated and wait! Oh no! Look out! Hey guys, it's Lemon. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. It took such a long time to edit, record, and script, but hey, it was a lot of fun. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. It's been a pleasure. And without further ado, I'ma head out. Peace out, guys. Love you. Bye.